The Great Hall was enormous. It floated in the depths of space, anchored to a massive space station at the edge of the Andromeda system. Light from distant stars shimmered through the transparent walls. Inside, hundreds of alien delegates gathered, from countless worlds, their strange shapes and colors filling the room. They had come for a single reason: to meet, to talk, and to decide the future of the galaxy. For centuries, these alien empires had fought and expanded. They ruled many star systems, controlling trade routes, resources, and colonies. But now tensions were rising. Rumors of war spread like wildfire, and all hoped this summit could prevent disaster. Among the many races, one stood out: Earth. The humans had always been a mystery, small, young, and relatively unknown. The other empires barely noticed Earth, considering it a quiet backwater planet, barely worth attention. But now, for the first time, Earth had a seat at the table. Commander, Lena Tarek looked around the hall as she stood in the human delegation's small area. The humans were few, only a handful of scientists, diplomats, and military leaders. Their clothing was simple and plain compared to the elaborate uniforms and body armor of other species. Lena felt the weight of their expectations. She was the head of Earth's military council and had been chosen to represent humanity's strength and resolve. But she knew the aliens saw Earth as weak. One of the alien delegates, a tall, green-skinned being with 6 eyes, laughed quietly and said to his companion, "Humans, they barely manage space travel. They have no real power." Lena heard him, but said nothing. She kept her eyes steady, her posture calm. The humans had been waiting for this moment for decades. For years, Earth's leaders had watched and learned about the galaxy. They had kept a secret, something so powerful that, if revealed, it would change everything. The conference began with formal greetings and speeches. The Council of Elders, a group of ancient beings who had ruled the galaxy for thousands of years, spoke about the need for peace and cooperation. Many delegates nodded politely, but beneath the surface, old rivalries and greed festered. Then it was Earth's turn. Lena stepped forward. She spoke clearly, her voice calm but firm. "Honored delegates, we come in peace. Earth has long been considered a minor player in galactic affairs. That has been by design. But today we stand not just to ask for a place at the table, but to remind the galaxy that humanity is more than it appears." Some delegates whispered among themselves. Lena paused, then added, "We have kept a legacy hidden for centuries. A secret war fleet older than any empire here. These ships are not relics. They are alive, powerful, and ready to defend peace or challenge war." The room fell silent. A hulking alien with bright orange scales slammed his fist on the table. "You threaten us with ancient stories? This is nonsense. Where is your proof?" Lena smiled slightly. "You will see soon enough." She pressed a small button on her wrist. Suddenly, the transparent walls of the hall shifted to become a giant holographic display. In the center floated an enormous image, a massive, ancient warship. It was unlike anything the galaxy had seen before. The design was smooth and elegant, yet intimidating, with glowing blue lines tracing its hull. "It is one of many," Lena said, "built by humans long before your empires rose. These ships survived wars, disasters, and time itself. They have been hidden beneath Earth's surface, waiting for the right moment." The delegates gasped. Some whispered in shock. Others leaned forward, studying the hologram carefully. A silver-skinned alien woman with sharp eyes stepped forward. "If what you say is true, why reveal this now? What does humanity want?" Lena looked around the room. "We want respect. We want peace. We want a place where humans are no longer ignored or insulted. We want to prove that we are not weak, that we have a strength rooted in history and innovation." She took a deep breath. "But we also warn, these ships are not only a symbol, they are weapons. We will use them if our world or our people are threatened." The room grew tense. Then, unexpectedly, an older delegate from the Jural Empire, a race known for their wisdom and diplomacy, nodded slowly. Perhaps it is time the galaxy saw humanity for what it truly is, not a backwater planet, but a keeper of ancient power. Others murmured their agreement. The summit broke for a short recess. In the quieter chambers behind the scenes, Lena met with Earth's scientists and diplomats. Her heart pounded. "This is only the beginning," said Dr. Arik, the lead scientist. "Once the fleets awaken, no one will underestimate us again." "But what if the others attack first?" Lena asked. "We will be ready," Arik replied. Back in the Grand Hall, the aliens continued their discussions, now with a new sense of caution. Humanity had changed the rules of the game. Unknown to most, deep beneath Earth's surface, vast corridors led to ancient docks where the warships rested. Machines hummed softly as engineers and AI systems prepared to wake the fleet. The galaxy had seen the beginning of a new era, one where humans would no longer hide in the shadows. As the summit drew to a close, Lena looked out at the stars, through the glass walls. For centuries, humanity had waited, learned, and grown. Now, the time had come to step into the light. The galaxy might have thought it knew humanity. It was about to be proven wrong. Deep beneath the surface of Earth, far below the cities and oceans, there was a secret world no one outside a few knew about. Endless tunnels and massive chambers stretched beneath the planet's crust. Here lay the oldest treasure of humanity, the warships. These were not ordinary ships. They were giants of metal and light, sleeping quietly in vast dry docks carved from ancient rock. Their shapes were smooth, curved, and unlike any spaceship in the galaxy. Their hulls glowed faintly, with blue energy veins that pulsed like a heartbeat. Many had thought these ships were myths, stories told by old Earth legends. But they were real, and they had waited, hidden, for centuries. In a control room filled with screens and consoles, Dr. Arik stared at the display. His face was pale but calm. Beside him, technicians and engineers worked tirelessly, running diagnostics and preparing systems. "The ships are stable," Arik said softly. "Power cores are at 50%. AI systems are waking up." "Are we ready to start the full activation?" asked Captain Lena Tarek, standing behind him. Arik nodded. "Yes. We have waited too long. The galaxy needs to see what humanity truly is." The ancient warships had been built during a time lost to history. Long before the great alien empires formed, humans had mastered a strange and powerful technology that combined machine and biology. The ships were partly alive, controlled by an intelligence that learned and adapted. This technology was different from anything the galaxy knew. It was not just mechanical but organic, able to heal itself and change when needed. It was a secret humanity had kept carefully. Now, Earth's leaders believed it was time to bring that power back. In another chamber, engineers opened the sealed gates of the largest ship, the Aegis. It was a massive vessel, longer than any alien dreadnought. Its surface shimmered as technicians moved along its hull, cleaning away centuries of dust and activating control panels. Inside, the ship's corridors were dark, but slowly lit up with soft blue light. The AI core, called Vita, began to hum, sending signals through the ship's systems. "Welcome back," a calm voice echoed inside the bridge. It was Vita. Lena smiled. "Good to hear you, Vita. We have waited a long time." Outside in the vast docking bay, other warships started to come alive. Engines glowed with power, weapon systems powered up, and shields began to shimmer. The ancient fleet was waking from a long sleep. Earth scientists and military officers gathered to watch the progress. Some were nervous. This was a moment that could change everything. "We must be careful," said Arik. "This power is great, but if we lose control, it could destroy us." Lena nodded. "We won't fail. We will use this power wisely." Meanwhile, in the skies above Earth, alien ships watched silently. The news of Earth's secret fleet had spread quickly after the summit. Many empires sent spies and scouts to see if the stories were true. Now hidden cloaked ships orbited the planet, trying to gather data. They were stunned when sensors detected powerful energy signatures below the surface. Is this true? 1. Alien commander whispered into his communicator. Earth has a fleet like no other. Back underground, the ships finished their wake-up process. The AI systems linked with Earth's command centers. Pilots and crews prepared to board. Lena walked through the corridors of the Aegis. She ran her hand along the smooth walls, feeling the quiet power beneath her fingertips. These ships were not just machines. They were part of humanity's soul. We have the strength of ages with us, she said to herself, and the future will know our name. The first tests began. The EU. Ships lifted off from their docks, rising slowly through the layers of rock and earth. Giant engines flared, pushing the warships into orbit. From the surface, people watched in awe as enormous shadows passed across the sky. News channels buzzed with excitement and fear. Humanity's secret was out. The alien empires reacted quickly. Some sent warships to intercept, while others held back, waiting to see what Earth planned next. In a distant command ship, the leader of the Zarek Empire, a fierce warrior with sharp horns and glowing eyes, stared at the reports. Earth dares to challenge us with ancient weapons, he growled. Prepare the fleet. We will crush this threat before it grows. But Earth was ready. Lena addressed the crew in the command room. This is our chance. The galaxy has underestimated us for too long. We will show them what humanity really is. The crews made up of humans and AI together cheered quietly. They knew the history behind these ships, the sacrifices made to keep them safe. Now it was their time. The ships began coordinated drills, testing their weapons and defenses. They moved with surprising speed and agility. The AI adapted to new situations, learning quickly. The enemy won't expect this, said Eric. Our technology is unique. We have a chance to change the galaxy's future. Meanwhile, some alien diplomats sent messages to Earth. They wanted to negotiate, to learn more about these warships. Lena met with these envoys in a quiet room. She was careful but confident. We are willing to share knowledge, she said, but only if humanity is treated as an equal. The diplomats exchanged looks. No one had expected this. As days passed, Earth's warships became a symbol of hope for many. Citizens around the planet felt proud. After years of being ignored or looked down upon, humanity now held a power that could not be denied. But the leaders knew challenges were coming. Some alien empires would never accept Earth's rise. War could be near. Late at night, Lena stood outside on Earth's surface looking at the stars. The warships floated silently in orbit above her. We have waited a long time, she whispered. And now, we are ready. The galaxy would soon learn that humanity's hidden legacy was not just old stories. It was a new beginning. The ancient warships floated silently in Earth's orbit, their powerful engines humming softly. Each ship was a masterpiece of design, a blend of technology and living matter. The blue veins of energy pulsed rhythmically, as if the ships themselves were breathing. Commander Lena Tarek stood on the bridge of the Aegis, the largest of the fleet. Her eyes scanned the stars ahead, but her mind was focused on the future. The time had come for these ships to prove their worth, not just to the galaxy, but to humanity itself. We're ready, she said quietly to her crew. The galaxy watched. With bated breath, alien empires sent fleets to monitor Earth's secret warships. Some were curious, others fearful, and many hostile. The Zarek Empire, a fierce warrior race known for their aggressive tactics, prepared to challenge Earth's newfound power. From their flagship, the Zarek commander barked orders. Send scouts to probe their defenses. If their ships are as strong as they claim, we must be ready. But Earth had one advantage the others did not understand. The ships were alive. Inside the Aegis, the AI core Vita was fully awake. Vita's voice was calm yet carried the weight of ancient knowledge. Commander Tarek, systems are operating at full capacity. Weapons are online. Shields are stable. Lena nodded. Thank you, Vita. Begin system diagnostics and prepare for combat. Simulations. The crew worked with precision. Every panel, every system was checked. The warships were designed for war but also for survival and adaptation. They could change their structure during battle, heal damage, and outthink their opponents. On the bridge, Lena gathered her senior officers. "We need to test our strength," she said firmly. "The galaxy doubts us. We must show them humanity is a force to be reckoned with." Her tactical officer, Lieutenant Arlo, nodded. "What's the plan, Commander?" "We will perform a series of drills, simulated battles against each other. We need to see how the ships perform under pressure." The crew prepared. The ancient ships, silent for centuries, would now awaken their full potential. The first drill was a test of speed and agility. 2 warships engaged in a dance of light and motion, weaving through asteroid fields, dodging simulated missile strikes, and testing their shields. The ships moved with grace, faster and more fluid than any alien vessel had seen before. "This is incredible," said Lieutenant Arlo, his eyes wide. "The ships respond like living beings." Next came weapon tests. The warships unleashed bursts of energy, beams of light cutting through targets hundreds of kilometers away. The weapons were unlike anything in the galaxy, precise, powerful, and efficient. "Target destruction confirmed," the weapons officer reported. "No signs of overheating or system failure." Lena smiled. "This is just the beginning." But the greatest strength was in the ship's AI, an intelligence that could think and learn. During one exercise, the AI changed tactics mid-battle, using unexpected maneuvers that confused the crews. The ships adapted to attacks, finding weak points and exploiting them. "Vita is evolving," said Dr. Eric, watching from a control room on Earth. "The AI learns from every move." Word of the drills spread quickly. Alien spies recorded the exercises and sent reports to their empires. Many were shocked. Some began to rethink their attitude towards Earth. "If humanity can command such power, we must reconsider our plans," a Jural diplomat said quietly during a meeting. Others were less patient. The Zarek Empire, angry and fearful, decided to act. A fleet of warships left their home system, heading toward Earth's orbit. Their goal was clear: to intimidate and, if necessary, destroy the ancient fleet before it could grow stronger. Back on the Aegis, Lena received the alert. "They are coming," she said, her voice steady. "Prepare for contact." The alien fleet appeared as dark shapes against the stars. The Zarek ships were large and heavily armed. They outnumbered the human warships. "Don't underestimate them," Lena warned. "But remember, these ships are not just machines. They are part of us." The fleet moved as one, shields raised, weapons ready. The first shots were fired. Energy beams streaked across space. The ancient warships responded with unmatched precision. Their shields absorbed blasts that would have shattered lesser ships. Their weapons targeted weak points, disabling enemy ships one by one. The battle was fierce, but Earth's fleet showed something unexpected: creativity. The AI on the warships began to communicate silently, coordinating their movements with perfect timing. They outflanked the enemy, used the asteroid fields for cover, and launched counterattacks when the Zarek fleet least expected it. "We are winning," said Lieutenant Arlo, a smile on his face. But Lena knew this was only the start. As the fight raged, one of the alien commanders sent a message. "Surrender, humans. Your ancient toys will be destroyed." Lena responded firmly. "We fight to protect our home. We do not surrender." The warships surged forward, striking with renewed force. They disabled the lead Zarek ship, causing confusion in the enemy ranks. The battle ended with the Zarek fleet retreating. They had suffered heavy losses and were forced to regroup. In the aftermath, the galaxy could no longer deny Earth's power. Back on Earth, celebrations were quiet, but meaningful. The people felt proud. The secret legacy of humanity had proven itself. Lena stood on the command bridge looking at the stars. "We have awakened the giants," she said softly, "and the galaxy will never forget." But Lena also knew the challenges ahead. The alien empires would not give up easily. Some would seek peace. Others would plot war. Humanity had revealed its hidden strength, but the true test was only beginning. The battle with the Zarek fleet had sent shockwaves through the galaxy. Earth's secret warships had proven their power, but many alien empires were still unsure. Some saw humanity as a threat to be destroyed, others as a rising power to be respected, or maybe used. Commander Lena Tarek knew that one battle was not enough. If humanity wanted to secure its place in the galaxy, they had to do more. They needed to test their strength in a way the galaxy could not ignore. On board the Aegis, Lena stood before the warship's large viewing window. Outside, stars stretched endlessly in the blackness of space. The other ships of the ancient fleet gathered nearby, their blue energy veins glowing softly. "Our next move must be careful and strong," Lena told her officers. "We will enter the Nari sector. It is controlled by the Krelin Empire. They are powerful and proud, and they control important trade routes. If we can show them our strength there, it will send a clear message." Lieutenant Arlo nodded, his face serious. "The Krelin fleet is large and well-trained. They won't take this lightly," Lena replied. "That's why we must be ready. The old empires must learn that humanity is not to be underestimated." The Nari sector was a busy part of space, full of asteroid fields, planets, and trade stations. As Earth's warships entered, sensors picked up dozens of Krelin vessels patrolling the area. The Krelin warlords had heard about Earth's fleet and were eager to confront them. The Krelin flagship, the Iron Talon, loomed ahead. Its hull was dark and covered in heavy armor. The captain, a stern woman named Vera, watched the approaching human fleet through her ship's main window. "They think they can enter our space and show off their power," she growled. "Prepare to greet them with fire." Back on the Aegis, Lena ordered the fleet to hold formation. She sent a clear message to the Krelin flagship. "We come in peace, but we are prepared to defend ourselves." Vera's response was cold. "You are trespassers. Leave now or face destruction." Tensions rose quickly. The Krelin fleet moved to block the humans, their weapons charged and ready. But Lena was calm. "We do not want war," she said. "But we will not back down." Suddenly, without warning, the Krelin fleet launched an attack. Energy blasts streaked across space, lighting up the darkness. The ancient human warships raised their shields, absorbing the impact. "Return fire," Lena commanded. The warships responded with beams of blue energy, cutting through the Krelin formations. Their weapons were precise and powerful, disabling multiple enemy ships quickly. The battle had begun. But this fight was different from the clash with the Zarek fleet. The Krelin were experienced fighters, skilled at using the terrain of space. They darted between asteroids using debris as cover and launched surprise attacks. Lena watched the battlefield closely. The warship's AI adapted quickly, coordinating their movements and changing tactics to counter the Krelin's moves. One ship split into smaller parts, confusing the enemy. Another sent out drones to hack Krelin systems. "We have to push them back," Lena said. "Keep pressure on their command ship." The fleet moved as one, circling the Iron Talon and firing coordinated volleys. The Krelin captain Vera fought fiercely but was clearly surprised by the humans' skill and the ship's power. The battle raged for hours. Both sides suffered losses, but the ancient warships kept healing and repairing themselves. Gradually, the Krelin began to retreat. Lena seized the moment. She ordered her fleet to form a protective ring around the Iron Talon. "This is your chance," she said, sending a message. "Surrender and we will discuss peace. Fight and this war will continue." Vera hesitated. She was proud but knew her fleet was weakened. After a tense silence, she sent a reply. "We surrender. Tell your people, the Krelin Empire respects your strength." Cheers broke out on the Aegis. The battle was won. After the fight, Lena met with Vera aboard the human ship. The two leaders spoke honestly. "We fought hard," Vera said. "Your ships are unlike any I have seen. The galaxy must change." Lena nodded. "We want peace, but peace based on respect." News of the victory spread quickly. Humans had tested their might and won against a powerful empire. The message was clear. Humanity was a new force in the galaxy. Back on Earth, celebrations were careful but full of pride. People watched the news feeling hopeful and strong. "We showed them who we are," Lena told her officers. "This is just the start." But some alien empires grew worried. The balance of power was shifting. Secret meetings were held. Some planned to ally with Earth. Others plotted ways to weaken it. Meanwhile, the ancient warships continued training, their crews ready for whatever came next. Lena knew this era was uncertain. Challenges awaited, but humanity had proven it could face them. Looking out at the stars again, Lena whispered, "We have passed the test of might. Now we must build the future." The calm after the battle with the Krelin Empire was fragile. Though Earth's ancient warships had proven their strength, a darker storm was gathering beyond the edges of known space. The Vorthrax, a name spoken only in fear and old legends, were stirring once more. Commander Lena Tarek sat in the command room of the Aegis watching the star charts. The blinking red signal on the screen was a warning. The Vorthrax were waking from their long silence. "Sir, we are detecting increasing energy spikes from their home system," reported Lieutenant Arlo. "It looks like they are preparing for something." Lena's eyes narrowed. "How much time do we have?" "Maybe weeks, not more." The ancient warships hummed with power around Earth's orbit. For centuries they had waited in silence, hidden beneath the crust of the planet until now. Humanity had awakened them, and now they would be tested in ways no one had imagined. "Get the fleet ready," Lena ordered. "We will not wait for the Vorthrax to reach us." Deep in the dark nebula where the Vorthrax dwelled, strange shapes moved. Massive ships covered with black and purple armor drifted through space like living nightmares. The Vorthrax commanders spoke in harsh clicks and growls. "The humans have returned," one said. "Their ancient weapons disturb our slumber. We will show them the price of awakening the past." Their warships pulsed with dark energy, powered by a force older than even humanity's secret fleet. Back on Earth, scientists and engineers worked around the clock. Dr. Arik and Vita, the ship's AI, scanned and studied every piece of information they could gather about the Vorthrax. "We have limited data," Vita reported. "Their technology is based on dark matter manipulation. It is dangerous and unpredictable." Arik frowned. "Can our warships withstand it?" Vita's voice was calm but firm. "We must adapt. The warship's organic systems can evolve, but we need to prepare quickly." Lena called a meeting with Earth's top commanders and alien allies. "We face an enemy unlike any before," she said. "The Vorthrax are not just another empire. They are a force of destruction. We must unite to survive." From the holographic projections, alien leaders nodded gravely. The alliance formed in recent battles was about to face its greatest test. Training intensified. The warship crews learned new tactics, preparing for battles that would push their skills and their ships to the limit. Meanwhile, diplomatic efforts continued with other empires. Some offered support, others watched carefully, waiting to see the outcome. One day a scout ship returned with shocking news. "The Vorthrax have launched a strike force," the pilot reported. "They are moving fast. Our sensors show they are attacking outposts along the border." Panic rippled through the command center. "We must act now," Lena said. "Prepare the fleet for immediate deployment." The ancient warships rose from Earth once more, their blue veins glowing brighter than ever. The crew felt the weight of history on their shoulders. These ships had been built to protect humanity long ago, and now they would face the darkness threatening the galaxy. In space, near the border, the first battle with the Vorthrax strike force began. Their ships were terrifying, large, deadly, and powered by dark energy that twisted the fabric of space. The fight was brutal. The Vorthrax weapons pierced shields and corrupted systems. The ancient warships struggled, but held their ground. Lena commanded from the Aegis, directing the fleet with skill and courage. "We will not let them break through," she shouted. The warships fought back with all their power, using energy beams and rapid maneuvers. Vita coordinated the AI systems, adapting to the dark matter attacks and finding new ways to counter. Despite their strength, the humans and their allies were pushed back. The Vorthrax were relentless, As the battle reached its peak, Lena made a bold decision. "Focus fire on their command ship," she ordered. "If we take it down, their fleet may lose coordination." The fleet concentrated their attacks. Energy. Beams struck the Vorthrax flagship again and again. The ship shuddered, systems failing. Finally, with a powerful blast, the flagship exploded in a brilliant flash of light. The Vorthrax fleet faltered, then retreated into the darkness. The victory was hard won, but it gave hope. The ancient warships had faced the Vorthrax and survived. Back on Earth, celebrations were muted. The war was far from over. Lena stood on the observation deck looking at the stars. The ancient ships floated quietly above. "We have faced the darkness," she said softly, "and we will face it again." The galaxy had seen humanity's hidden strength. The ancient warships were no longer a secret. They were a beacon of hope, of power, and of a future yet to be written.